Hello, my name is Eugene Rodriguez, founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, otherwise known as AVCCI. You can join us or visit our website at www.avcci.us. Again, my name is Eugene Rodriguez, and I'm a business relationship manager with Chase Bank. I work on the acquisition side and assist customers with anything from cash management to financing to basic banking needs if necessary. I'm looking for any business owner that wants a better relationship with their banking institution. If you happen to know anybody, or if that happens to be you, feel free to contact me and/or come to the website and send me a message. Thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting you.
Hi, I'm Steve Turner and excited to be a part of the American Virtual Chamber of Commerce, AVCCI. I am the owner and operator of Solomon Turner Public Relations in St. Louis, author of the book PR That Works, and a national speaker. We solve the problems of helping companies build their brand through PR strategies in this crazy era of AI. Solomon Turner helps business owners better connect with their customers and communities that they serve for the long term, and we help sales and marketing with long-term growth by using these PR strategies. We have clients nationwide. We've worked with a lot of people you would know, such as celebrities as Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Steve Forbes, and many corporations like Northwestern Mutual. So I invite you to reach out, love to talk to you, meet you, and have a conversation, and feel free to email or call at the numbers provided. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Kristen Panella of TwoSafe Consulting. I'm a founding member of AVCCI, and I chair the Workplace Health, Safety, and Risk Committee, where we're looking to do presentations on education and provide tools that will help you have a safe environment within your workplace. At TwoSafe Consulting, safety is more than compliance. It's about protecting people, supporting operations, and building a culture that actually works in the real world. I founded TwoSafe with one goal in mind: to provide companies with practical, high-level environmental health and safety support that makes a real impact. We work across many industries, including manufacturing, utilities, aerospace, construction, energy, pharmaceuticals, from OSHA compliance to hazardous waste manifests to safety training, audits, investigations, full EH&S program management. Our team becomes an extension of your operation. What makes us different is that we don't just hand over a binder and walk away. We stay involved, solve problems, train your people, and help create long-term results. Whether your company needs a complete safety program or support on a single project, TwoSafe is ready to help wherever the work takes us. Let's build something safer together. Thank you. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Hello, my name is Melina Picon. I'm a founding member at America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We would like you to join us today. I am also president of PowerBooks LLC. We provide outsourced accounting, bookkeeping, controller services of businesses of all sizes. We help them transition from struggling in-house messy bookkeeping to high-level financial department. By outsourcing with us, our clients save up to 40% on their accounting costs, which allows them to focus on generating revenue. We guarantee honest, balanced, timely, and efficient financial services. If you would like to talk us on the phone, you can call us at 845-208-4649. And if you would like to email me, my email address is melina@powerbooks-llc.com. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Brent Gary, and I'm proud to be a founder member of the AVCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm inviting you to join our new movement at avcci.us. In addition, I'm a fractional CMO at Gary Consulting, where I work with business owners who are past the startup stage and fully into scaling, but they need your marketing to go from guesswork to growing. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hi, everyone. I am Joe Horowitz. I'm the Director of Compliance and Audit for Stetson Cyber Group. I am proud to be a member of the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, better known as the AVCCI. Stetson Cyber Group is a data privacy and protection firm specializing in cybersecurity risk management and network information security. What does that mean? We are your business partners. We come help you find all your risks related to cybersecurity by doing risk assessments, gap analysis. We do penetration testing, vulnerability scans. We also help you out by protecting your cybersecurity environment by doing employee trainings. We recommend all the right internal controls to put in place, and we do vCISO services. So my background has been in audit, risk, and compliance for 25 years. So we also get you prepared for all the compliances out there, whether it be federal or New York State, as far as like HIPAA, PCI, or if you're in New York State Department of Financial Services, we get you SOC 2 Type 2 compliant, ISO compliant, and CMMC for anyone who has to work with the federal government. Once again, a very proud member of the AVCCI, and look forward to seeing other chamber members in the future.
Hi, I'm Francis Borges, consulting partner with ERA Group. I'm proud to be a founding member of AVCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And I'm honored to serve as co-chair of the Manufacturing and Healthcare Committee. With 25 years of finance transformation and business consulting experience, working with Fortune 100 and 500 companies across manufacturing, healthcare, financial services, and other industries, I've had the privilege of driving hundreds of millions of dollars in annual savings in some of the world's largest organizations. But now I've deliberately pivoted to bring that same caliber of expertise to where I believe it's needed most, the mid-market. With ERA Group, I partner with founders, CEOs, and CFOs of mid-sized businesses that face what most are dealing with right now: margin pressure, rising costs, supply chain disruptions, and an increasingly competitive landscape. We help them find hidden EBITDA in their overheads and vendor spend, unlocking savings that go straight to the bottom line to fund growth, improve cash flow, boost valuation, and protect the margins that keep them competitive. Well, the top 3 things that clients love most about us: we bring that deep category expertise and the resources that the mid-market simply doesn't have access to. We do the heavy lifting, working as a seamless extension of their team to secure real savings. And we do all of this completely risk-free. No upfront budget. We are rewarded only when we put money back in your pocket. Bring back to AVCCI. It's a powerful virtual community where business leaders can connect, collaborate, and grow their businesses together. Well, we are just getting started, and that's exactly why you want to be here right now. Come join us, be part of our great journey. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Christine Daniels. I'm a high-performance coach, executive strategist, and keynote speaker. I'm also a founding member of America's first Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the co-chair of the Leadership and Management Growth Committee. I run my own business. It's a coaching and consulting practice. The work I do is about developing leaders, building stronger teams, and integrating high performance with personal alignment, that inner work that makes the outer work sustainable. I deliver this through executive coaching, leadership development, and strategy work with executives, founders, and leadership teams. Before this chapter of my career, I spent over 25 years across capital markets, family office investing, and venture capital. One of the things I value most about AVCCI is what it actually is: a national community where professionals, business owners, and organizations connect, collaborate, and amplify each other's work. Building a business is one thing. Building it with the right relationships, the right visibility, and the right network across the country, that is something else entirely. And AVCCI is where that happens. If this sounds like the kind of community you've been looking for, we would love to have you. Learn more at avcci.us and learn more about my work at christineadaniels.com. I look forward to connecting.
Welcome to the American Business Podcast. I'm Kevin Devecioglu, your host. I'm welcoming you episode 193. We are in Season 6 in the American Business Podcast. Well, this is a special edition. This is World Cup edition. And I have a special guest in the American Business Podcast. And let's talk about World Cup, economics of World Cup, business side of World Cup. And it'll be a great conversation. I've been looking forward to it, and let's invite our guests to our virtual stage and let's get the conversation started. Hello, Jorin. Welcome to the American Business Podcast.
Thank you.
I must say, welcome back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good to see you, and thank you very much for joining us. As I mentioned in our recording, this is a special recording. This is about World Cup, and also it's actually a great organization, right? So right now it's taking place in actually 3 countries, right? US, Canada, and Mexico, and countries are joining from different parts of the world, and this is very exciting. So how is your take so far?
Yeah, maybe from the past, I already experienced a few World Cups, and from my position as a game studio owner, I had a football management game, so it was always a special thing. And I remember also the previous one in America I think it was in 1994, when you had like beautiful goals from the Netherlands, and I guess it was Brazil who won. But I think this time it's I like especially the fact that there are so many matches, because I really like to watch football. And now we have like 72 matches in the group stages already. So wow, there's a lot to see. But for me, they're mostly in the night. So I do have to because of my time zone, of course. Mm-hmm. So I do have to skip some sleep sometimes to watch them all. But I guess the hosting countries are doing all right. So the US was really a surprise. They won against Paraguay. Very, very good match. Mexico did well. They won the opening match, and Canada, they had a draw, but against Bosnia. But I think that will that all the 3 countries that are organizing it at least didn't lose their first match is already very, very nice.
Yes, absolutely. And just to refresh minds of our audience, where are you connecting out of?
From the Netherlands, The Hague.
Yes, I should tell from the jersey, right? So the orange.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, last night the Netherlands had their match. So and it was a 2-2 draw against Japan, and we of course we had to win, and we deserved, I think, to win. But Japan was also not that bad, so they scored 2 goals. And then it's okay. You don't have to win every match, fortunately, especially in the beginning phase. So we'll see. Of course, we will eventually win the tournament, but for now we have to be satisfied with just the draw.
Yes. Netherlands has very deep ties to soccer, football, right? Over the years, and always come up with strong teams. That's what I always remember, and it's always fun to watch any game with Netherlands against whichever team. Is always fun to watch and very entertaining. And these uniting impact, the effect of soccer, football is also fascinating. That really unites people, the same passion, the excitement. It is really
you see it here, especially in just around the corner here in the streets. There are all flags waving, and people are really celebrating around the matches. So if you have like a streaming service where you have some delay in your stream, you can hear the people already screaming if there's a goal. 30 seconds before the actual goal is on your screen. So you really have to make sure that you have a good live stream. Otherwise, the surprise is a bit ruined. But yeah, it's a really something here, and the whole country is living through it together. And if there are some people who don't like it, and they really have a problem around this a tournament like this.
Yes. So, okay, well, I've been also reading some articles. So World Cup is every 4 years. Am I correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, comparison to 4 years ago, now we have more technology, more AI, right?
Yeah.
More software for predictions. I was actually reading some articles. They were making some predictions. Have you had any experience on these?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to have a prediction game for my family, and I remembered that we used to have such a game like that at my studio. So we would build it, and then we would run it with a big radio station here in the Netherlands, and then we would have like 100,000, 200,000 people competing. But yeah, I didn't need something like that, but I did need I did want to play basically that game, and I looked at all the commercial alternatives that there are now, and I couldn't find what I needed. So I thought, why not try it with Claude Code, right? Just prompt it.
All right. Yes.
So I did
makes
a
sense.
one shot. I wrote down what I wanted, and then it made me implementation plan. And then I used also Gemini Flash, so the cheaper models actually, to build it, and it was near perfect in the first go. So we are now playing our own game that we created with just a one-shot AI.
This is
quite amazing, actually. Yeah.
Yes. So, well, with this app, is there any prediction in terms of which team may be winning at the end of the cup?
Yeah, I think of course you can use the models for that, and it might actually be very interesting to see what happens if you do that. But we prefer to do it manually.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, you cannot be sure, right? So maybe some of the family members have used an LLM to predict. Who knows?
I see. Okay, yeah, the article that I was reading in a newspaper, they had the prediction of Spain, if I'm not mistaken, to be the winner. But who knows? I don't know their model, but that's just what I read. So
yeah, I think that could be true. Spain is playing, I guess, today, so we will see how good they really are. I think one of the best teams so far. So I think the US was really good.
It is really good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Morocco was also. Yeah, Morocco was also doing very well against Brazil. So that was an interesting match.
That was very surprising, actually. I wasn't expecting that type of performance, so they did a great job.
Yeah, and actually the striker, so Saibari is his name. He's from my favorite team, PSV, currently, PSV Eindhoven. But he's bought now by Bayern München for 55 million. Wow. So after that goal that he made in the match. So you can see how important a goal like that can be. I think they were already talking to each other, but yeah, I think they wanted to close the deal as fast as possible, because if you do well in a tournament like this, your value as a player goes up. Very much. So it's really also there's also business being done as the tournament is proceeding.
Yes. Let's talk about the economics and business of World Cup. Yes, I'm all ears.
Yeah, so I think what for me stood out in that is that for the first time the FIFA, which is of course the organizing body of the World Cup, they are doing the entire preparation themselves, and that is also why they are able this time to make 3 times as much money as the last time. I believe they are doing between 11 and 13 billion. From this tournament, and that is for me it's a staggering amount. And last time it was it's actually more than 50% more. It's 50% more than the last time in Qatar. And of course, one of the driving things is that they expanded the tournament from 40 to 48 teams. And then you have a lot more matches and a lot more ads to sell. And they also introduced the drinking pause, so the break to get something to drink. And that is something. So now you have like 3 breaks, and before it was just one. halftime break, and now you have 3. So and they can sell ads again in those, and that's also for the first time that happens in football matches, I think, ever. I never seen that before. So usually you had like 2 halves of 45 minutes, plus of course
Yes.
some extra time, and then you could sell ads before the match, during halftime, or afterwards. But now they have 2 more slots basically to fill, and I think that is for people who follow and watch soccer. It's kind of a holy thing that is now shattered or something. It's quite. Yeah.
Let me understand it correctly. So the game is in total is 90 minutes, and as we know it, traditionally there are 2 parts of it. The first part is 45 minutes, and then they have like 10-15 minutes break, and then the second 45 minutes. So how is it right now? You are saying?
So they still have 90 minutes. But they have 2 breaks, 2 additional breaks, and those are 2 drinks to get
not one, 2 more. So it's gonna be 3 in total.
So every quarter there's now
quarter. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow, that's really new.
Yeah, and it's 3 minutes, so it's not long. But they can actually, on the TV, I can see it that they broadcast ads during that time, and that is quite new. I have seen one, for example, a goal is scored or something, that they use that to sell some ads. I think they do that in Turkey, for example. But yeah, I've never seen actually the whole game being stopped for another ad block. That is, of course, I think in American sports it's more regular that happens. But for football, that's really, for soccer, that's really something new that nobody was even expecting, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I'm also surprised too. Well, here is the economics of the World Cup, right? So that I think we are seeing it in action right in front of our eyes. And when it comes to sports marketing, the sports business, it's a business eventually, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think there's a lot of business around the tournament. I think if you are looking, the tickets are very expensive, so people really have to pay like $1,000 or more for tickets, and that of course helps raise the total amount that they make from the tournament. And there are also the sponsors. There's a lot of sponsors that pay a lot of money to be front and center in the world in this tournament, because it's really a worldwide sport. One of the things that I found amazing is that of course you have like the bigger leagues, the bigger competitions. So for example, England and Spain, those are the biggest ones. But also the MLS is also already quite big. It's the top 5 actually in the world. So and it's surpassed the French league. So there's already like a business of more than $2.5 billion for the major league of soccer, which is
big
quite
numbers.
A lot. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So then if and of course that is just maybe a fraction of the sports market in the US, because it could be a lot bigger. But if you compare it to I think, yes, is it 30 years ago already, the last tournament? Then it's a huge difference from that time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Well, so when we look at these business of soccer, business of football, so we are talking about licensing, we are talking about advertising. There is also a whole different ballgame in terms of the players, their values, the teams, right? The value that they create. What else is in there in terms of the economic activities?
I think there's of course, as you mentioned, the licensing is very important. At the sponsorships, but there's of course also a whole hospitality around that. All the people that move to the stadiums that are spending money in the cities. The whole tournament brings a lot of value to the hosting country. But in the end, and there's always like rumors about this. It's not super clear if it's true or not, but rumor has it that the hosting countries usually pay more than they receive, and that the FIFA, so the upper body, of course, they receive the most of the proceeds, and for them it's really a valuable tournament. But they are a foundation, so they cannot make a profit. Their money flows back to the national unions. But of course, the FIFA president, which is Gianni Infantino, or as President Trump calls him, Johnny, he has quite a hefty salary. I think he's around 3 million at the moment, with a 2 million bonus for his efforts. So
Wow.
there are some people profiting quite a lot, and I guess he also is acting like a world leader even. I heard that he is at IMF, he's at the World Bank, he's at the UN, he's even at peace talks for Israel and Palestine. It's crazy. Of course, he also handed the Peace Prize to Trump. So the
Yeah,
FIFA
this is
Peace Prize,
amazing.
of course.
Yes, because when I think about it, so you represent this sport, right? The football, the soccer as we
Yeah.
know it. And FIFA is the worldwide body that represents the sport.
Yeah.
And considering there are millions of people,
Yeah, hundreds of millions. Yeah.
right? So, yeah, I never thought about that, but it's actually true. Actually, when you think about it, yeah, I mean, if you become the head of FIFA, then you actually head of the sport altogether. You really represent everybody. In a
Yeah,
way.
and
Wow.
it's
Yes, I never thought about that, but that's very interesting.
yeah, and it's I think it's in some way it's very good because there is like a central place where all football comes together, and that makes it possible to organize something like a World Cup. But on the other hand, it can be a bit scary as well. If you see that someone has so much power, and he's already he's the FIFA president already for many years now, and before him it was Sepp Blatter, he was like also 20, 30 years the president, and he had like also a lot of power, and eventually he had to leave because of corruption scandals, which I guess if you are in a position like that is almost unavoidable. I don't think Infantino will be entirely clean in that way. But yeah, it's good that we have an organization that can bring the whole world together. So that's you see it in some other sports where you have more multiple federations or unions, and then if you're the champion, you're just the champion of one union, and you're not the champion of the whole world, of course. And by the way, the World Cup is every 4 years, but you also have another tournament which is also every 4 years, which is the European Cup. Of course, that's not for the rest of the world; it's just for Europe. But since a lot of football activity, of course, is centered around Europe, the European Cup is also an interesting tournament. So you can watch an interesting tournament every 2 years, actually.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, it's also a big event. I mean, the European Cup is also a big event. Great teams, as we all know, very competitive, and definitely fun to watch. That's for sure.
And the Netherlands won it in 1988. So it's because it's less matches that you have to win. Of course, the World Cup has, especially now with more teams, you have so many matches that you need to win. So you cannot win only by luck, right? You need to have really good players and a lot of luck, and then you can win. But so I think it will be hard for any country that doesn't have, let's say, 50 million people living there to win the World Cup. And in the past, of course, you had some smaller countries like Uruguay, for example, that won the World Cup. But I don't think that will happen ever again. It will probably be maybe Italy is not even participating this World Cup, which is really odd. But Spain, France, and maybe Brazil, the countries like that.
Yeah, I remember in each World Cup there's always a surprising team, like the surprise team that you weren't expecting that much of performance, but they always like just put it out there, and then they create that wow effect. I remember many years ago, the Cameroon was actually very popular. Many years ago, they made they showed great performance. I remember.
Which team?
Cameroon from Africa.
Oh yeah, indeed, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. There were some other teams too. So at the end of the day, you never know. It's also interesting with the soccer too as a game itself, right? Football. So 11 players, and it's a team sport, right? So they really need to be in sync and make a lot of exercises before they started, and then put together a strategy accordingly. and then they need to perform. And the same with the competing team as well. At the same time, it shows a great spirit of teamwork.
Yeah, I think
among players.
there's many comparisons you can make between a football team and a company, and the role of the coach is also something that you can look at to see what works and what doesn't work, and also different management styles that have different results or maybe the same results in very different ways. I think one of the interesting people to watch in this World Cup is Dick Advocaat. He's a Dutch coach. He's the coach of Curaçao. But yeah, they lost 7-1 against Germany. But for them, it's the smallest country ever on the World Cup. So, and they actually managed to score a goal. So that was quite the moment.
And against Germany, that's a big deal, actually. Still.
Yeah, and we have a saying in the Netherlands that football is a sport between two teams, and in the end, Germany wins.
But they're really good. That's for sure. Yes.
Yeah, they have a really strong team also this World Cup. Yeah.
That's
I think
exactly.
also you have different roles. You have different. So I sometimes think it's. You of course have the Ted Lasso series now. I think a lot of people watch that also in the US. So you can now see that actually popularizes the sport a bit. But
yes.
That is important because soccer has a lot of interesting aspects, tactics, management players, how it works with team building, etc. That before that series you never saw anything about in any films or series, or it was most is focused, of course, on the more American sports. But I think the soccer has a lot of that as well, and could be. That could be more. There could be more of that, more content. Yeah, and maybe after the World Cup, that will. The World Cup might inspire a little bit of that.
Yes, I'm sure. There is no doubt about it. And also, let's remember the next generation is also watching. They're also. When I was a child, I remember like Mexico 1986. Like it was really popular. Like they did like Mexican waves, and I had a shirt, a T-shirt says Mexico 1986. Like you know, many years ago, but I never forget. Right, when I saw it when I was a child. So
I think it
like
was
same
the
thing
of Maradona, right?
Yes, yes, right.
So I think a lot of people have seen him, with his hand pushing a ball in the goal. That cannot happen anymore. I saw actually that the referees now have like a camera on their chest or on their head.
I saw that. I was pretty surprised. Very high tech, judgment capabilities now they have.
Yeah, cool. So that really creates some great footage of goals as well. So you can see actually from the pitch how the ball is scored basically. So I think that is a really cool thing. But yeah, the Maradona World Cup was a great one, and I think if you look back at some of the moments and the World Cups in the history, and this one is I think probably being in the same category. If you look at some of the games already, there have some great goals have been scored. I think Australia, for example, was also very surprising. So you see a lot of surprises, you see a lot of beautiful moments, and a World Cup is a World Cup, and I think that is one of the good things that the FIFA does, is that they involve also the smaller countries, even though they don't have a chance of winning the tournament in the end. If you participate, you have a chance, but it's small. But they can at least participate. And and I think if you look at for example, World Series is not the world, right? Or the World Cup is the World Cup. So everybody in the world can compete and will compete.
I also love the fact that you actually had the analogy about football, soccer, and business. Can you expand on it a little bit?
Yeah, of course. So. Yeah, I think we also in our company, we try to look at also the ways how do you motivate people. And if you look at football, you see that most players are actually they earn a lot of money, so they don't need any. You can say, okay, then it's hard to motivate them because they already have like a huge bank accounts. but most
True.
of them are intrinsically motivated. And there are some coaches, for example, one of my favorite coaches is Jose Mourinho. He's already a bit older, but he's a Portuguese coach. He was also a coach for FC Porto and Juventus and Real Madrid and a lot of teams. But he won a lot of prizes, a lot of awards, and he was able to touch footballers in such a way that they did things they never done before. And for example, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he's now retired, but he's a very well-known player from the past, from Sweden actually, and he was also touched by him. He writes that in his biography that his sole purpose in life was to please Mourinho. So he said, every time I was in the match, I tried to make the best goal possible, and then I looked at him, and he didn't move. So his goal was to make him, at least smile or something, or express some emotion. And Mourinho did nothing. He didn't move. So he made like bicycle kicks, and he made a goal from his own half, right? So very difficult things to do, and he didn't manage to get Mourinho to appreciate that. And I think in the end, he did. Something happened, and he did get the appreciation. But for him, it was a huge motivation. And there's also other players that don't respond to that kind of things at all. So if you look at different coaching styles, I think also if you look at in businesses, you have to treat every individual in a certain way, and looking for the ways to do that, you can really look at how football coaches are doing that, and especially because they have that problem that the power that they have is very limited, and they can be fired really easily. So if you look at some clubs, they sack their manager every 3 months basically. So it's and if they don't deliver results, they are fired and they hire someone else. So the coach really needs to try to motivate the players intrinsically and find ways to make them play better without they can also just do nothing and be rich, so that's not, they don't need it for their bank accounts basically.
Yes, I think you made a great point. I mean, they already have the money that they need to make, and how would you really motivate them now? Because,
and football is quite a harsh sport. You can get injured or something, and then you're out, or at the train you can have that the coach doesn't like you, and then you're benched and you don't play anymore. But you can also try to sabotage the team and the coach to get another coach, right? So I think that is you see that managers are struggling also with it. So there's also of course a lot of bad actors. They cannot get their team to perform well, but the ones that do, I think it's really interesting to look at that. And there was one manager actually in my who was a colleague of mine at the university. So he was teaching at the university, and after that he became the manager of Sparta, which is a football team here from Rotterdam actually. And and he was also already a very good teacher, right? So you see that teaching people, motivating students, and motivating soccer players is really similar.
Yes. So if I am to follow your analogy, so I will say the fans are the customers.
Yeah,
in a way,
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So the team is the product itself, actually, right? So we have the team, they perform, they deliver in their own capacity, and there are the coaches, managers, the management of the team. So they are the managers, basically CEOs and CMOs and you name it, right? All the leadership team, and they try to lead the team, motivate the team for them to deliver for the wins. And the more they win, then the customers happier they are, right? At the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Would it be the right analogy?
Yeah, 100%. And I think what is interesting about football, which is different in the business world, but maybe shouldn't, is that the players actually make the most money, right? So the employees that do the work, they make more money than their manager. which is in football, it's true, right? In soccer. So you see that the manager usually earns less than the top player. And yeah, it's I think yeah, it makes sense because then they are actually doing the work and they are putting their effort on the pitch, and the manager is important. He's not forgotten in a sense that his salary is low or anything. It's not low, but I think it's interesting to see. And there are some companies, I believe, that also might have employees that maybe they already earn more than their bosses, or they should earn more if they're really special. And that's and you see also that in soccer, if you have good players, and that's something that's very true for the business world as well. So if you have good players all around, they will play better. And if you have one or two good players and the rest sucks, then the team will not perform. And where do good players want to play? In a team with other good players. So if you look at the business side, if you have a culture and a team with AAA players, then people will want to work at your company, and that will attract other good employees.
Yes.
So I think that is one other analogy that I would like to make.
Yes. Yeah. These are really, really amazing, actually, points that I'm glad we talk about this during the World Cup. So it makes a lot of sense. So our audiences they can relate to it. How about the gaming industry? How is the interaction between soccer, football, and gaming industry? Because you have a lot of experience in gaming and professionally. If you can share some insights.
Yes, of course. So the World Cup or any tournament is very important for the gaming industry. So you see a lot of and then you have gaming and games, right? So you have gaming, which is commonly the term used for gambling. There's a lot of gambling around World Cups. It's really maybe an economy even bigger than the World Cup itself.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's of course limitations in certain countries about how much it can happen, but I think it happens a lot also in the dark alleys, and the gambling is huge. But then you have also the games about football, and of course I used to run one on a Soccer Manager. Which isn't a game particularly about the World Cup, so you can choose any team, so a club team. But around the World Cup, of course, there's a lot more attention to the sports, and people are, they want to also be involved in the sport more. So it was also a really good opportunity for us to do more marketing around the game and make it to help people find it. And we also offered a World Cup season, so people could relive the World Cup, also some older World Cups, right? So you could relive some World Cups from the past. Maybe if your team did well in that World Cup, you want to play that one again. So that is how it works. And you have, of course, the prediction games, which are really popular also around here, where people come together and they predict all the games, and then in the end, you see who had the best predictions. And then there is like a prize or something, or a trophy that you can win. And I think those games are also a lot of fun. And for me, and that's also the reason why I made my own. I really like it if you can change your predictions 1 minute before the match, or 1 second even before the match begins. So you can really see everything and then have all the knowledge of all the previous matches, and you can apply it on your next prediction. Because you see a lot of those games, they let people fill in all the matches before the tournament starts, and then you cannot change anything until the next round starts. So you have after the knockout, you have after the pool phase, you have the knockout phase, which still takes, I think, 2 weeks or so before we get to that point. And then you can, of course, do some new predictions, because the teams are not yet known that will go to that next round. But you cannot change, for example, the match that is coming up in now, I think, 45 minutes. You cannot change that anymore. So, and I really like that you can still do that, and you can then it's really something you are doing next to the games. So you're watching the games, and when you're watching the games, you're thinking about your prediction and if it will hold, and how many points you will get, and how other people in your as your friends and family will do. But also before the match starts or after a match ends, you can change your predictions and see, oh, I saw that Australia did really well. I didn't expect that. Maybe I should revise my predictions a bit, right? And then of course what you see is that you revise your prediction and your older prediction was correct, right? That's what happens to me all the time.
Yeah, you never know. And also, so there is the team, there are the players who is playing, who has injury, who is really performing well, and also their strategy. So sometimes a soccer team, a football team, they have like 1 or 2 key players, and if they are blocked, the team may be really disabled in terms of making, they cannot make scores. So that's also possible. I mean, also the strategies, what type of strategies they use against each other. So all these may make an impact on the result. So
yeah, exactly, and that is something that is very hard to predict. So you can sometimes see, okay, this team has clearly a lot better players than the other team. So for example, Germany against Curaçao, yeah, that was like a sure win for Germany. But then you don't know, if they will score a lot or if they will just score 1 goal. And that's Curaçao actually managed to score a goal was quite a surprise. The ball did get, it was kind of a strange goal. It was not just, shooting on goal on target and scoring. And they did have some luck with that. But and that's also what you see a lot. And in football, there are not that many goals usually in a match. So 2-0 or 4-2 or something like that is, let's say, or 1-0 even, or 0-0. That those are scores that you usually see in football matches. So making 1 goal is really hard and is really, let's say, something that everybody cheers, of course, a lot if there's one goal, because it can be decisive. And that is, on one hand, it's maybe sometimes you would like to see more action or more goals, but on the other hand, if it's so important that when the goal is there, it unlocks so much emotion, right? You see it with the players; they really cheer as if they won the World Cup, right? Sometimes they are so happy that there's like big celebrations on the field, and also all the people on the stands are really overjoyed. So I think that is something that's if a goal, for example, yesterday when the Netherlands played and we scored, you can hear all kinds of noises from other living rooms.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah. So that's I think the great thing about the sport is that it's very difficult to make a goal, and can be also some luck sometimes. So if you shoot against someone and it bounces off in the wrong way, it can go in the goal, right? And then you're 1-0 ahead, and that can make a huge impact. Yeah, but and one thing that is improved compared to previous tournaments is that there is more technology now, and so we can see if a ball crossed the line or not. We can actually see if it's offside or not, which is still quite a difficult thing.
I don't know why. See. Yes, the offside is I think it's most unlike rule of soccer. I must say, the football just stops everything.
I sometimes wonder, what if you would get rid of that rule? What would happen?
I mean, what is the logic behind it? I really never get that part.
Yeah, so the logic behind it is that teams have to play more attacking. Basically, they have to get away from their goals. So they can put the other team can be offside if they try to play the ball to someone who is behind the defensive line, and that means that all the players have to move forward. So that is I think the whole point of the rule is to make sure that you won't get like a wall on the goal the whole match, and because then of course players have no reason to go. Of some players at least, they have no reason to go forward, and now they can put the other team offside if they do. So that's the reason. But I'm not 100% sure. I think it was, of course, the rule was introduced a long time ago, when football was very different from now. I would be interested to see what happens if you would not have that rule anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if they can change one break to 3 breaks, I'm sure they can also change it if they really want it.
Yeah, and they have made rule
possibility.
changes as well. They're a bit conservative. I think I'm happy with the changes that are now there, but they were long overdue. So they're I think a bit too conservative. I think they should also make it possible to substitute more. So they already have 5 substitutes, but it could be more, and also not to halt the game or pause the game for a substitution. Just continuous substitutions would be very nice. Also, when a player now gets a red card, he's sent off, and then the whole match is basically very different from before. So it's really important. So if somebody makes a tiny mistake, and the tiny mistake has big consequences, then he's sent off, and could even be that is very and the public is not really sure if it was a red card or not. And then still, if it happens after 5 minutes in the match, then you have 10 players on the pitch instead of 11, and the opponent has more. So I would have I would like some more like if you have maybe 10 minutes send off somebody, right? Or 15 minutes. So something like that would be interesting, I guess. So you have like power play. So I think that will make the sport more interesting and more fair. But I haven't heard a lot of voices in that direction yet. So I think it will remain as it is, for quite some time. But maybe we will get there eventually.
Yes. So that remains to be seen. Well, this is great. Well, it's hard to believe we already passed 40 minutes mark, and we can still, we can still keep going. And I really appreciate this conversation. You and I, we've been talking about this special edition to talk about World Cup, and it's been a great conversation, very insightful and informative. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us today in the American Business Podcast and sharing
Thanks
your
for having me. Yeah.
Professional insights, and we learn more about soccer today, actually on the business side. It's my pleasure, and hope to get together again. Maybe after World Cup or before the finals. I'm not sure. Let's have a conversation, and it'll be fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. We'll be in touch. Appreciate it. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Well, to our listeners and to our viewers, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Well, World Cup is going on, and we wanted to bring this special edition to you today to talk about World Cup, the economics of World Cup, the business part of World Cup, also the sport itself. And we wanted to have this conversation in an insightful and informative way. I hope you enjoyed it. What do you think about World Cup? Please put your thoughts, your comments in the chat box. Who you think is going to be the winner of the World Cup? These are great conversations and always fun to have. And tell us about your favorite team. Who are you supporting? Both in your country, in your hometown, as well as in the World Cup. Which country, which team you are supporting? Tell us about it. Share your thoughts. We'll truly appreciate it. We'll be right back after a short break. Thank you very much. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Reddit. Do you know the biggest challenge nowadays for American small businesses? That is visibility. That's why we partner with Reddit for Business. Reddit has more than 400 million weekly visitors. Furthermore, Reddit is reliable. Reddit is the #1 source for real reviews on products, services, and brands. There is a promotion going on. When you spend $500, you'll get $500 in ad credit from Reddit. True story. I am a Reddit user. Anytime I need feedback or review for a product or service, I go to Reddit. I get the real answers real feedback from real people, from Reddit communities. Scan this QR code and sign up for Reddit advertising for your business. Get the visibility for your company, your products, and services. Scan the QR code and sign up today. Thank you for your support.
Hi, it's Neil Abruzzi, and I'm here to talk to you today about America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I am proud to be the head of the Technology for Business Committee, where through the Commerce we intend to bring usable technology information to the membership, something not far-reaching, but something that you can use in your business, hopefully that very day. I'm 35 years running EDI Options. We're here a company for making connections between retailers and vendors. We provide connectivity services, integration services, data handling services, and all kinds of different commerce consulting. So come on and join us at the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce. You're going to love it here, and I look forward to working with you going forward.
Hello, I'm Nerio Rivera, and I'm a founding member at America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Please join us today and let us help you grow your business. So I'm also the Senior Client Manager at IMSM. There we help support your current and upcoming ISO certifications through training and a variety of other services. So if you have any questions regarding ISO, the process, or how to maintain it, please send me an email.
Hi, I'm Naeem Sayed. I'm the founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I highly recommend you join it, especially it's virtual and you get access and connection to everyone across the country that you can actually connect with and make a meaningful relation. On personal side, I am a consulting partner for ERA Group, where we partner with CEOs and CFOs of middle market companies in helping them improve profitability. We do that by taking a look at all of their overhead costs and areas where they really don't have either the time or the bandwidth or the resources to take a look at. And that's where we come in. We do that in a contingency model, which means no savings, no fees. So if you have clients struggling to improve profitability, we are their answer. I look forward to seeing you at America's Virtual Industry.
I'm David Faverio. I'm a founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, other known as AVCCI. I am the chair of the Sustainability Committee. We look to educate people and businesses on how to be more sustainable and how to introduce sustainability into their business to be more efficient in their operations. I'm also the president of Pupfish Sustainability Solutions. Pupfish's data destruction methods are AAA NAID certified through iSigma, which certifies our adherence to the highest security and ethical standards in the data destruction industry. We operate on a zero landfill policy, which means nothing winds up in the landfill. Everything's 100% repurposed or recycled back into the U.S. manufacturing stream. And Pupfish received our certified B Corporation status in 2021, and we are proud to be a force for the local and global good.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Mitchell, founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Visit us at www.avcci.us and become a member today. I'm also the owner of Emerald City Ventures. I work with Gen X women who find themselves in a pattern of stopping and starting and starting and stopping. And we reunite you with that version of yourself that you've been trying to reach for years. And she's in there. We're going to bring her out. So visit us at www.kimm.co or email me at theowner@emeraldcityventures.net.
Hi, I'm Jolie Leidner, and I'm a founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And I'm also the co-chair of the Human Resources and Workforce Development Committee. And we at that committee will guide you with everything educational for HR and recruiting, as I own Jobs by Jolie, a staffing company. And we're here for all your staffing needs, where we staff every industry with a personal touch, and we do temporary, permanent, and temp to perm staffing. And we do it across the country. So I could be reached at 516-521-7602 or jolie@jobsbyjolie.com. Hope to hear from you. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Christian Torres. I am one of the new founding members of the American Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, we're putting together some committees that are shaped specifically to help business owners just like you. And I'm proud to be the new co-chair of the Business Strategy and Innovation Committee, which means every month we're going to be working together to bring you the educational content, the insights, the learnings, and the resources to help you figure out what's next, what's on the horizon. There are so many shifts in the marketplace right now and disruptions going on every single day. My background is actually in decision intelligence, which means that I help companies make high stakes decisions using data, AI, and decision-making frameworks. And I do that all through my company, Stark Analytics. So I am really, really excited to bring that expertise and knowledge to the Committee for Business Strategy and Innovation and help business owners just like you get the tactical advantage that they need to succeed.
Would you like to listen to music during your work time? We are here to help. We created ABP Office Music Pod, powered by the American Business Podcast. ABP Office Music Pod is for you, the working professional. You can enjoy jazz, lo-fi, smooth jazz, classic music, and more during your work time. We keep the music positive and energetic. You can go to the YouTube channel of the American Business Podcast, or you can scan this QR code and start listening right away. There is more coming in the American Business Podcast, and this is one of them. Enjoy ABP Office Music Pod during your work time, and thank you very much for your support. Would you like to start your business podcast? We are here to help. My name is Kevin Devecioglu. I am the founder and host of the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business. When we started the American Business Podcast on February 28, 2025, we had only one mission in mind: to promote, support, and uplift American businesses, nonprofits, manufacturers, and the American business community. Within our first 6 months, we managed to pass 100,000 YouTube subscribers, and we received YouTube Silver Award. This is an important award. It shows our dedication to American business and to the American Business Podcast viewers, subscribers, and American Business Podcast community. Now you can have your own branded company podcast within the American Business Podcast Network. You can promote your company, your products, your services, and you'll have instant visibility in front of thousands of the American Business Podcast viewers, subscribers, and followers. You can promote your company, your products and services. You can educate and inspire businesses and individuals. More importantly, you can tell your story, your brand story. How did you get started? What makes you different? And how you are helping your customers and communities. As you know, in the American Business Podcast, I've been talking to more than 100 American businesses. Each business has a story that is inspiring and motivational. I know your business also has a great story which is motivational and inspiring. It is time for you to have your business podcast within the American Business Podcast Network. We help you start your business podcast and we help you grow your business. This is a great opportunity for you to be visible in the marketplace in front of thousands of the American Business Podcast viewers and subscribers. And this is a great opportunity for us to fulfill our mission to promote, support, and uplift American businesses. Please send us an email and let's get the conversation started. It is paas@americanpodcast.tv. Business podcasting as a service. Powered by the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business. The American Business Podcast is America's fastest growing educational business podcast network in this age of AI. My name is Kevin Devecioglu. I'm the founder and host of the American Business Podcast, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you, working with you, and help you grow your business with your new business podcast. Thank you very much. Support for the show comes from Yelp. You know, I've been talking to more than 100 business owners in the American Business Podcast. Do you know the biggest problem for small businesses nowadays? It is visibility. That is why you should sign up and list your business on Yelp for Business. I have the QR code on the screen, and when you scan the QR code, the form will show up on your screen and you can sign up on the registration form. It comes with free trial with no obligation. Make it easy for your customers to find you. Do you know there are more than 70 million customers visiting Yelp website looking for services from businesses just like yours? Restaurants, home services, professional services, and many other businesses are being searched on Yelp on daily basis. That's a great opportunity. If you list your business on Yelp, you'll be findable, searchable, and you'll be visible. When you are visible, when your customers are able to find you, you're in business. You can get opportunities, you can get leads, you can build a healthy and profitable pipeline. Consider Yelp for Business. Scan the QR code, sign up, and start your free trial. It comes with free trial. Very comfortable, no obligation. List your business and start getting the results and enjoy the benefits of Yelp Business. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Just Answer. Real help from real experts 24/7. Experts such as lawyers, doctors, veterinarians, computer technicians, home improvement experts, mechanics, personal tax experts, computer technicians, and many other experts are available for you 24/7 on Just Answer. You'll get your answers anytime, during the day, during the night, 24/7, and you'll get your answers from reliable sources. You can scan the QR code on the screen and you can sign up for Just Answer. The answers you need at a price that is right. Scan the QR code and sign up for Just Answer today. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being with me in the American Business Podcast. If you'd like to be a guest in the American Business Podcast, please send us an email, guestbooking@americanpodcast.tv. If you'd like to sponsor ABP, if you'd like to advertise in our podcast episodes, please send us an email, growyourbusiness@americanpodcast.tv. You can advertise your company, your products, your services, and your brands in the American Business Podcast. Please send us an email, growyourbusiness@americanpodcast.tv. You can also visit our website, americanpodcast.tv, to learn more about the American Business Podcast, as well as our coming streaming schedule. Now you can have your branded company podcast within the American Business Podcast Network. We call it Business Podcasting as a Service, PaaS. If you're interested in starting your business podcast in the American Business Podcast Network, please send us an email, paas@americanpodcast.tv. As part of our international expansion, we started international podcast editions. When you scan this QR code, it'll take you to our YouTube page. And please go to the podcast section in our YouTube page and you'll see our international podcast editions. They are ABP Espanol, ABP German, ABP French, ABP Hindi, ABP Portuguese, and ABP Turk that you can listen to American Business Podcasts in 6 different foreign languages. Okay, well, we are in the process of increasing our presence in social media. If you're on LinkedIn, please scan this QR code and subscribe, follow us on LinkedIn. If you're on TikTok, please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our TikTok page. Please subscribe. Please follow us. If you are on Instagram, please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our Instagram page and please subscribe. If you are on Facebook, we'll also appreciate your help and support. Please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our Facebook page and please follow us. And finally, we are on IMDb, next to other reputable media productions. Please scan this QR code, go to our IMDb page, and please rate us on IMDb. We'll truly appreciate your help and support. I'd like to thank you for your help. Thank you for your support. I'm looking forward to seeing you in coming the American Business Podcast episodes. The American Business Podcast is the voice of American business. The American Business Podcast, America's fastest growing educational business podcast network in this age of AI. Thank you very much for your help and looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.